All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Kakutash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, aka GMS. Shalom to the whole free elect, beginning with 144,000. Shalom. So, this lesson, I guess I call it Beware of False Prophets, right? And I did this lesson way this morning around 5 o'clock. Right, on my way to the plantation, aka work, right, and spiritual demon saying, ain't allow my damn blessing to be saved, right, so I'm redoing it again, so with that being said, Lord willing, y'all can hear me clear, and so like for the noise in the background, right, on my free time to try to do a lesson, right, try to, learn some, each and every day, right, be edified, stay in the spirit and do that such. Right, I've been working 7/12 for the past 3 weeks now, right, and I want to get back to like 4/10s till after the 28th, right, and during these times, it's still no excuses, right. I gotta try my best to still stay consistent, right, still continue to feed the sheep, right. Speaking of feeding the sheep, right, these damn false prophets, they deceiving the sheep. Right, they not feeding the sheep the correct food that they supposed to get, and I'm speaking spiritually, right? If you got a damn dog, you're not going to feed the dog cat food, right? A damn fish food, right? The same thing with a cat. You're not going to feed the damn cat dog food, all right, or hamster food, right? If you got a dog, you go feed the dog dog food. You got a cat, you go feed the cat food, all right? With this gospel, right? We feed the sheep the correct knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, right? The 100% truth. Can't go out here preaching 70% truth, 93.7% truth, or whatever the case may be. You gotta go out here and eat the whole roll, right? Like it speaks of in Ezekiel, the third time we're going to get to there, right? And then go out and preach the gospel, right? Then go out and preach to people like the Lord's people, their transgressions, right? The prophecies and things of that sense, like the Lord commanded us to do, right? But I watched a little bit of Elder Apostle Tahar, video on these damn Genesis Israelites, right? Yeah, even Apostle Gabar and Elder Amata Zakbak, their response lessons to it as well, right? And you just gotta be aware of these damn false prophets, man. You gotta be aware of what camp that you follow after. Right, because these counts can deceive you and lead you to be destroyed, man. Right, lead you down that wrong path. So you definitely got to use the spirit of discernment, right, and be circumspect, right. That's why the elder apostles they do these lessons, rebuking these counts and things of that such, so you can be aware of these counts, right, so you don't fall into their trap or the things of that such, right. And these counts, they be going off, right, trying to deceive the flock, but we know that the elect not going to be deceived, right? And we're going to get that too, and I'll get that right now since I said that, Matthew 24 and 24, right? But these are a lot of signs, right? These are the signs of the last days, right? That false prophets are going to arise, right? And when you read Matthew the 24th chapter, Yahushua gave the disciples a list to let them know the signs and things that says for the end of the world that his return is going to be near, right? Disciples, they made a plan to burn a table to us for our learning, right? And that's what we're doing now. We out here preaching the gospel, warning the people, right? The prophecies, the end times and things of that such, right? So, and false prophets are part of those signs, right? The same way that the disciples, they aware, same thing that we have to be aware of these things. So this Matthew 24 and 24, say, for there shall arise false anointings and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect, right? But we know the elect is not going to be deceived, right? Even though the elect is not going to be born right into the truth, right? You got brothers that's, of course, us growing up in America, right? Majority of us used to fall out to Christianity right before we came into this truth, right? But the Lord have to, bring you out of that, religion or, whatever you want you to believe in or, fall after of, right? And bring you to the truth, right? The correct, you know, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, the correct gospel, the correct ministry, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and grab Matthew 7:15 real quick. It said, "Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves," right? And I went to Google, right, and I was like, ravening wolves, meaning ravening wolves. And it says it's a metaphor primarily from the Bible for this deceptive and dangerous people who outwardly appear harmless, but inwardly seek to harm others for their own gain, right? And of course, they're not harming you physically, but they're harming you spiritually, right? Trying to deceive you and things that sense. Like, what the hell? And I only watched a couple minutes of the video, right? And I was like, I'm gonna do a lesson on false prophets, but man, you gotta. It's not only this count, man. It's a lot of counts out here going off, right? The damn IUICs, the WL5s, the ISUPKs, the damn Genesis Israelites, and so forth, Sons of Thunder, and so forth, man. Right, so that's why we always suggest to y'all that y'all fall out to Great Millstone, right? GMS and its affiliates, right? Because they preach the 100% truth, right? We're not out here to deceive the people, right? So you gotta stay aware. You gotta be aware of these things, right? It's Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, verse 1. It said, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak it to the house of Israel." I gotta speed it up, I ain't got that much time. But like it said, and go speak it to the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them, right? So that's what we're doing. We had to eat the whole roll, right? That roll being what? These scriptures, the Holy Bible, right? Once you eat that whole roll, you got that knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. The Lord committed us to what? Go into his people and speak his words, not your own twist and twang to it, not your own understanding. No, the Lord's words, right? The correct doctrine, and preaching it to his people, man. But these false prophets, what they're doing, they deceiving the people. They not trying to wake up. They not trying to wake the elect up. They're trying to keep the elect asleep, right? And a lot of these damn false prophets and these damn Israelites, man, and they fucking sellouts, right? They doing it for the cash. They not doing it for truth and sincerity. They doing the fucking works in vain, right? And the Lord's gonna punish them for that. The Lord's gonna destroy them for that, right? But you deceiving the people, right? You a false prophet. And then I lost my train of thought. But, they doing the works on the Lord left-hand side, man. All right, when you supposed to be doing works on the Lord right-hand side, right? But it's all of the Lord's will, right? That's why the Lord has a lot of religions, beliefs, damn doctrines and things that said to keep the people confused, right? Because the ones that meant to get this knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, those are the ones that's going to get it, right? And that's the elect, right? The elect is going to be the ones that wake up, learn their true nationality, right? Heritage, birthright, right? And return back into the Lord. That's that remnant, right? Because I said that, again, Romans 11:7 say, "What then? Israel have not attained that which he seeking for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded." Right, so the elect is going to be the one that's going to obtain this knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. They're going to endure to the end, right? The elect is not going to be deceived, right? Through the fucking craziest doctrines, you might see some crazy lads that are like, oh shit, wait. Nah, the elect already going to know that that's false, right? The elect not going to be deceived. The elect not going for none of that bullshit, right? The elect going to be the one that's going to obtain this knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. But the 2/3, they're not going to obtain it, right? They're going to continue to stay blinded, You know, and it said, according as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. Right? And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block, right? And a recompense unto them, right? He said, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see and bow down their back always, right? And it's the 2/3, right? The Lord gave them the spirit of slumber, right? This knowledge, understanding, and wisdom is a stumbling block unto them. They can't get it, no matter how good you break it down, right? You can break it down to a T, and they still wouldn't fucking get it, right? Because it wasn't meant for them to understand, right? But, you know, we just here to warn y'all to be aware of these damn false prophets, right? Because these false prophets, they're going to deceive many of fucking people, man. And if you be deceived and you end up falling after these damn doctrines, right? Ultimately, it's going to be hard for you to be saved for a while. If this doctrine not preaching the Heavenly Father true name, which is Yahweh, right? The Savior, right? The only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai, they're not preaching the true names. Then how the hell you going to be saved? That's one of the first steps. You got to learn the Heavenly Father true name. Then you go call upon God and Jesus Christ, then you going to be saved? Fuck no. Not going to be saved. Right? Those are idols, right? God just means power. Right? But Jesus Christ, Allah, and Buddha, and all that, Yah, and all that shit, man, those are false idols, man. They're not coming back to save you. Yahweh Shai is the one that's coming back to be, get his elect. Right? I was saying that on my damn manager. But, you know, to get his elect. You know, so, man, just be aware, right? We can bring out many precepts about false prophets and things of that such, right? Many precepts, but y'all get the point. You know, y'all get the point. Like I say, Matthew 24:11, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many, man. So you don't want to be other flock that be deceived. You know, doctrine may sound good, whatever the case may be, man. It may sound good, but it ain't good. Like I said, the simple believe in every word, right? You gotta have spirit of discernment, right? You gotta have a spirit of discernment, man. You can't be the one that having itching ears, going after a doctrine that makes you feel good, or because it do look good. You know, you got women out here, they fall after the damn. I'm seeing videos on TikTok. Who that is out there, right? I think it was an IUIC video. She talks, I want him. I'm finna go out there and act like I'm so and so I can get one. I just fucking ignorant, you know. But I ain't got that much time, so I'm finna end it right here, Lord willing. This was a quick, little edifying lesson, right? And once again, back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Until next time, shalom.